Ever had nature call at the worst possible moment, miles from a restroom, in the rain, with zero privacy? Today, we're counting down the 5 best camping toilet options that can save a trip, a road adventure, or even a power outage night at home without turning your campsite into a stress zone. We'll go from the most good enough in a pinch pick to the most comfort first choice, and I'll share what worked, what didn't, and the small details you only notice after actually using them. Number 5. BLIKA Upgraded Retractable Portable Toilet. The BLIKA is the one you buy because you want something compact that can live in your trunk, slide under a seat, or disappear into a storage tote until it's needed. In real use, the big appeal is how quickly it goes from flat and forgettable to usable seat, which matters when someone in the group suddenly can't wait. It's the kind of toilet you can bring for camping, road trips, fishing days, or emergency backup during outages. And it does the basic job. It gives you a raised, stable platform instead of squatting in the dark. What surprised me is how versatile it can be if you treat it like a platform more than a dedicated bathroom. I used it as a seat while cooking and as a little stand for a wash basin, and it handled that fine. If you pair it with waste bags and some absorbent material, setup is simple enough that even first-timers won't panic. For quick stops on the side of the road or a one-night camp, it's honestly a relief to have something that at least feels like a seat. But here's where the cracks show. The retractable mechanism is convenient, yet it can also feel a bit fiddly when you're tired, cold, or trying to set up quietly. If you don't expand it evenly, it may not feel perfectly level, and that's not the kind of surprise anyone wants mid-use. Number 4. LuckyNov Portable Toilet. The LuckyNov feels like it's aiming for the no-nonsense portable toilet category. Functional, travel-friendly, and built around the reality that most campers want a simple system that works with bags. The first time I tried it, it felt like a step up in straightforwardness. Less expand and lock drama, more place it, bag it, use it. For car camping, roadside emergencies, or keeping in the garage for backup, it makes sense as a practical household and outdoors tool. Where it shines is the general idea of leak-resistant bag use and an approach that nudges you toward cleaner disposal. When you're camping with family, that matters because the best camping toilet is the one people will actually use instead of avoiding until it becomes a problem. With the right bags, it can reduce the mental ick factor, especially for kids or new campers who just want it to feel simple and safe. That said, this one earns number 4 because the experience can be inconsistent depending on your exact setup and how level the ground is. On soft dirt, gravel, or a sloped shoulder, I found myself checking stability more than I wanted. It's not that it can't work, it absolutely can, but it didn't give me that set it and forget it confidence every single time. Comfort also felt middle of the road. If you're using it once or twice a day at camp, it's okay. If you're dealing with a sick stomach, longer sits, or a multi-person camp where the toilet is getting used constantly. 3. ZDHWMT-02. This is where the list starts shifting from "it'll do" to "I actually like having this." In use, it feels more purpose-built for road trips and drivers, something that can be deployed quickly, used discreetly, and packed away without turning your car into a biohazard zone. It's the kind of product that makes sense if you've ever been stuck in traffic, traveling with kids, or camping in places where nighttime bathroom walks are sketchy. The biggest difference for me was how it handled the overall routine: setup, use, cleanup, and storage. With a well-fitted bag, it felt more controlled and less improvised. That reduces stress, and stress is the real enemy when you're tired, it's cold, and your headlamp batteries are dying. It also worked well as a multi-use camp item, seat, small stand, and emergency toilet, without feeling like it was going to collapse under normal use. Comfort is improved here, mainly because the design feels more stable and locked in once it's ready. That stability changes the whole experience. You stop thinking about balancing and start thinking about getting it done. It's also easier to position inside a tent vestibule or behind a vehicle door for privacy, which matters more than people admit. Downsides? It still lives and dies by your bag and absorbent setup. and you'll want to practice once at home so you're not learning the system in the dark. Number 2, Katy ALEVMOOM. The Katy jumps to number 2 because it feels like the comfort meets camping option, the one you bring when you're done pretending you're okay with roughing it. Using it for a weekend trip, the main impression was that it felt closer to a real sit-down toilet experience than the lower-ranked models. That's huge if you're car camping, staying in one spot, or camping with anyone who needs a more stable setup. What I liked most was how it fit into a simple routine. Pick your spot, lay down a ground mat if needed, set the toilet, line it, add absorbent, and you're done. It didn't feel like it demanded constant rechecking, and that makes it easier for a group, because when multiple people use one toilet, the best design is the one that doesn't require a how-to speech every time. Comfort and usability are where it wins. The seat feel is better, the overall posture feels more natural, and it's easier to relax, which matters because camping bathrooms shouldn't be a daily dread. It also felt like a better choice for nighttime use, where you want stability and predictability more than maximum compactness. There are still realities to respect. You'll want dedicated waste bags that fit well, plus a plan for storage until disposal. If you're in hot climates, odor management becomes your job, not the toilet's job. But this model made the whole portable toilet thing feel less like an emergency tool and more like a normal part of camp life. Number 1, ALEVMOOM 2023 Toilet Stool. This one's different because it's not a portable toilet in the traditional sense. It's a toilet stool, and it takes the top spot because it upgrades comfort and body positioning in a way that makes every other setup feel more bearable. If you've ever used a portable toilet and felt like your posture was awkward, cramped, or just not happening, a stool changes the game by giving your feet a stable elevation point, helping you feel more aligned and comfortable. In practice, I used it in 2 scenarios. First, paired with a standard portable toilet at camp, and second, at home on a regular toilet. In both cases, it made the experience feel faster and more natural, less straining, less waiting, less discomfort. And when you're camping, comfort isn't just luxury, it's what keeps you consistent, especially when hydration and camp food change your routine. What makes it number 1 for a best camping toilet list is that it multiplies the usefulness of whatever toilet system you already own. If your portable toilet is slightly low, the stool helps your posture. If your seat isn't perfect, the stool makes the whole sit feel more stable. Even if your camping setup is just a bucket with a seat, having that foot support makes it feel more controlled and less awkward. It's also easy to pack for car camping because it's lightweight compared to a full toilet upgrade. Final thought. That's all for today, folks.